Let's get this merch. Subscribe to the PDH Network. Alright, y'all see what we got going on here today. Well, check this out, man. I'ma just get right to it. I told y'all, man, everybody that was involved in taking out Paper Route Frank, they all getting caught up. Either they getting caught up or they getting sent up. Well, today, this video is based around the Scorpion unit because those guys already got caught up based around what they did to T. Nichols. So they felt like if they could aid and assist the Alphabet Boys based around who paid that bag to have young Dolph removed, then maybe they would get less time based around what they did to T. Nichols. It ain't looking too good for them, knowing that they was involved in what happened to young Dolph and T. Nichols. The prosecution team ain't gonna take that so lightly. That's the reason why they willing to tell everybody position on Yo Gotti's chessboard who assisted in taking out young Dolph at the cookie shop. See, we already know that straight drop brother Jamarcus, he done told them Alphabet Boys everything that he knew based around what happened to young Dolph. It's good that the feds aimed at the Scorpion unit because they definitely know more information than Jamarcus Johnson. Because the Scorpion unit, they was there from the beginning. They was there to take young Dolph jewelry in 2017, and also a year before that, they the ones that pulled young Dolph over and caught him with a couple LBs. Cause everybody in South Memphis, they knew that Dolph kept that gelato on deck. Word is, he was getting it from Zebo and keeping a good amount of it at the cookie shop. And even dealing with this whole young Dolph setup at the cookie shop, they the ones that hid the camera footage, and they made sure that certain reports didn't come out based around what happened on that day of November the 17th. See, you could tell these guys was paid well to play their position. And their position was to make sure that nothing comes back around towards Yo Gotti or Big Juke way based around what happened to young Dolph at the cookie shop. They were so good at playing their position that a lot of people even thought the Paper Route artist was involved with taking out young Dolph. Even though for some reason, some folks still feel like Big Moochie Grape dropped young Dolph Addy the day he pulled up to Makita's. I don't think Big Moochie Grape would do something that spiteful, especially towards somebody who helped him make his first couple $100 grand. When me and a couple other cats was trying to tell y'all, these dudes had too much love for young Dolph to even think about taking him out. You understand? Because young Dolph, he was there when nobody else was. Meaning young Dolph, he looked out for those guys, and they knew it. When these dudes didn't know where to go, young Dolph, he was the one that taught them how to make their first couple $100,000. To them, even touching $1 million, it's all because of young Dolph. So based on that, why would they have the mentality to do that to somebody that's looking out for them? That don't even make sense. But what I'm trying to tell y'all is, when young Dolph is seen as competition in the city of Memphis, it's only one way that they feel they could get rid of him. And that was to set him up. Because again, we already know that they made 4 other attempts to try to take out young Dolph, but it never worked. But this time it did, because Yo Gotti and Big Juke, they had the proper people paid in position to make sure that the play on Paper Route Frank when it's planned. And again, those people consist of the Scorpion unit, somebody who was once cool with Key Glock, whom is straight drop, who was paid to infiltrate Paper Route and watch young Dolph moves. And we can't forget about those at Makita's. See, y'all gotta understand, young Dolph and his family, they've been going to Makita's for so long, they knew that every time young Dolph came around, he would put his guard down. Because young Dolph, he never seen them as somebody trying to step on his toes. So he never thought that they'll get paid a bag to help set him up. See, the thing is, a lot of folks didn't expect that. But it just looks very suspicious that you knowing that young Dolph was pulling up to your place of business and you not there. You mean to tell me every other time that young Dolph pulled up to the cookie shop, everybody would already be ready to take pictures and post it on their social media. But this day they wasn't. This day nobody was waiting outside for young Dolph to pull up. No Pam, Maurice, Raven, or Junior. You understand? And dealing with that, it's also word that young Dolph was trying to get up out of there. Once he seen Govian come through the back door, he already knew what was going on. So again, that's the reason why young Dolph was by the entrance. Because he was trying to get up out of there. But he couldn't because they were sending shells at him. You had Straight Drop and Cornelius Smith. They was just a distraction. to make it seem like all the shells came from them and end up getting that young Dolph. But like I told you guys before, that's impossible that those shells didn't hit anybody else in there. That means that whoever sent up young Dolph, they had a clear shot on him. Where the only person in there who get hit with the shells is young Dolph. As always, let's pay our respects and say rest in peace to young Dolph, condolences to his family, and much love to all my folks in Dolph land. And I'm trying to tell y'all, even my folks in Dolph land, they been knew that the Scorpion unit was going out their way to press young Dolph almost every day. But again, it just don't make sense how these brothers got together to take out one of their own. Yeah, we already know that Yo Gotti and young Dolph, they had their little issues. But nobody thought it would come to the point where somebody would pay to have Paper Route Frank removed. Because once I heard that young Dolph get hit with 22 shells, the first thing I thought was, why didn't nobody else get it? And even dealing with that, you had some folks blaming his brother. You had some folks saying that maybe Marcus Thornton helped take out young Dolph. And that's not true. I'm trying to tell y'all, man, the main reason why Marcus Thornton was there was to protect his brother, young Dolph. He didn't want nothing to happen to his brother. Come on, man. That's even bogus of y'all to create that storyline, knowing that this man would actually give his whole life for his brother. Y'all just gotta understand Marcus Thornton process when he's riding with his brother to the cookie shop, and then these dudes hop out the white Benz sending shells. They ducking, trying to get out the way, and then somebody come through the back door with a clear shot on young Dolph. Come on, man. So from there, Marcus knew he couldn't trust nobody at Makita's, because he knew some bogus activity was going down when they was trying to get up out of there and the door would never open up. So I'm trying to tell y'all, man, nobody could say that these people at Makita's didn't have their hands in the cookie jar. They was definitely paid a bag to assist in this whole setup to take out young Dolph. So going back to the Scorpion unit, the key players are part of Yo Gotti's chessboard. Like I said, man, they would be the main people that the Alphabet Boys would want to speak to understand who had the motive to do this to young Dolph. And not just that, the feds know they can't just move in like that without concrete evidence. So that's the reason why they have questions for everybody who were once a part of the Scorpion unit, so they can get a feel and understand who's really telling the truth. Because again, a lot of information got thrown out because of the Scorpion unit. So they the same ones who gonna get pressed for withholding information. And even Marcus Thornton knew that the Scorpion unit was in on it when his brother young Dolph got sent up. He thought the Scorpion unit was gonna run in to assist young Dolph, but they didn't. They was only there to grab young Dolph jewelry and hide certain evidence, mostly to hide the evidence from the back door where Govin came in at. So that threw Marcus off once he seen the Scorpion unit, somebody that he thought was gonna help him, go at his brother and just start grabbing his jewelry. And they told Marcus Thornton the reason why they was grabbing young Dolph's jewelry because it was now seen as evidence. When to Marcus, that didn't make any sense. And even in that time, Marcus knew that the Scorpion unit wasn't moving right. They wasn't moving like they was paid to protect and serve. They was moving like they was paid to make sure that nothing came towards Yo Gotti or Big Juke way. But with the feds getting a hold to the Scorpion unit, the main key players on Yo Gotti's chessboard, is definitely more to come out. So with that being said, always be aware and always stay prepared. But hey, we got more in store. As always, y'all know what it is. Y'all know what it's worth. Let's get this merch. Subscribe to the PDH Network.